For 3 eventful years, Adelaide Cottage has sheltered the heartbeat of modern royalty. Beneath its slate roof and honeysuckle archways, the Wales family, William, Catherine, George, Charlotte, and Louis, have carved out more than a sanctuary. They have built a life cocooned from the glare of tradition, a space of laughter, resilience, and unvarnished humanity. Birdsong and children's laughter echo down sunlit corridors, while at twilight, the scent of Windsor's ancient parkland drifts through windows thrown open to let in summer's lingering gold. Yet, as ever within royal life, time shifts the horizon. The walls, once comforting, now close in around a family outgrowing their gentle anonymity. Prince George eyes the world from the cusp of adolescence, yearning for space and autonomy his royal birthright both grants and denies. Charlotte, her competitive spirit gleaming with each crack of a tennis ball, needs freedom to roam, to chase games and dreams across grass courts and gardens. Louis, quicksilver and effervescent, trails laughter between rooms that cannot contain his bounding energy. The world outside, meanwhile, grows ever more curious. The Wales children are no longer the little Cambridges, safe in the margins of royal spectacle, but heirs in waiting whose schooling, tutors, and friendships ignite 1,000 online debates and tabloid tales. Even in the tranquility of Home Park, the Waleses feel the approach of a future in which privacy, like space, is always contested. Behind palace gates, deliberations grow more urgent. Adelaide Cottage, snug and storied, sits at the axis of traditions both public and heartbreakingly private. Chosen for its proximity to Queen Elizabeth II in her final years, a place of solace during a sovereign's last chapters, it was always envisioned as a haven, not a palace. As Catherine pauses her public life to heal from cancer, surrounded by family, cocooned from cameras, the need for a home both comforting and protective becomes critical, especially as recovery, parenting, and royalty collide. Into this moment of unease and aspiration steps King Charles III, his own reign defined by transition, memory, and the realism that reshapes every dynasty. His proposition is bold, the handover of Fort Belvedere, hidden within Windsor Great Park's rolling green, to William and Catherine, a symbol that the passing of crowns is not only ceremonial, but lived out in stone, tradition, and the everyday. Fort Belvedere, with its Gothic towers and shadowed corridors, is more than a house. It is a legend fashioned from both grandeur and ghost story. Its rooms once echoed with the solitary footsteps of Edward VIII, the king who forsook everything for love, altering the monarchy's path forever. Since then, the fort has stood silent, wrapped in mystery and forgotten histories, an empty stage waiting for new lines to be spoken, new legends to be written. And now, after years of quiet, that stage is set to come alive once more. For George, Charlotte, and Louis, it offers sprawling lawns where they can chase geese and dreams, a tennis court for Charlotte's racket battles, a pool for summer splashes, and secret gardens to explore beneath Windsor's wide, opal sky. For Catherine, every detail of the move carries the weight of both recovery and renewal, distance to the best doctors, calm for convalescence, and above all, a sense that the family nest is strong enough to carry them all through adversity and joy alike. This is not a mere upgrade in floor space, it is a declaration. Friends close to the family suggest that Catherine's ordeal, her strength in the face of illness, her courage in retreat and eventual re-emergence, has reshaped royal expectations. The Wales house is not just a home for raising heirs. It is now the launch pad for a new kind of monarchy, one with roots deep in authenticity, empathy, and the trials of modern parenthood. The prospective move has set palace tongues wagging. Discussions about renovating Adelaide's annex faded beneath the realization that the fort, with its size, security, and grandeur, is better adapted both to a growing royal brood and to the ceremonial expectations that lie ahead. Advisors and aides, wary of public opinion in a climate where every penny is counted, are tasked with balancing necessity against perception. Many concede, for the Wales children to thrive, they must have room not just for lessons, but for life. Outside royal walls, the transition sparks debate. Critics question the optics, the cost of renovation, the symbolism of monarchy expanding as the nation faces hardship. Supporters counter, this, preparing for the future, is what the crown must do. The hashtag #NextRoyalHome trends alongside #ModernRoyals, as bloggers speculate about new school routines, neighborhood hide-and-seek games, and the return of family barbecues beneath Fort Belvedere's ancient cedars. Politically and institutionally, the move is momentous. King Charles, acutely aware of generational churn, will hand William and Catherine not only a residence, but a command post for the monarchy's next chapter. The fort will become, say insiders, the beating heart of a leadership team, William's kitchen cabinet, where new strategies, modernizations, and the soft diplomacy of the Windsor brand will be devised. As tales swirl about Anne's increased duties and the dispersal of Camilla's engagements, the fort becomes the literal and symbolic center of gravity for a family in transition. Inside, the new Core 4 is already rehearsing the next era. Catherine's warmth and discipline anchor family rituals, pancake breakfasts, bedtime stories, adventurous art projects sprawled across the floor, moments of contemplation in the gardens she quietly dreams of redesigning. William, drawing on the examples of both his grandmother's restraint and his mother Diana's open-armed empathy, sees the fort as a training ground for statesmanship and for grounding their children in duty without sacrificing childhood joy. Yet the nostalgia is bittersweet. The last boxes from Adelaide will nestle memories now fixed in photographs and bedtime prayers. The echo of childish laughter in candlelit hallways will join the chorus of royal generations, part of the living history carried forward in each new home. History, too, looms large. In coupling the resonance of Fort Belvedere's past with the hope for a remade monarchy, the Wales family embodies continuity and change in equal measure. Under those Gothic spires, decisions will shape policy, public image, and the very soul of the crown as Britain itself navigates storms beyond any one family's control. And all the while, the human story endures. Catherine, beloved for her steadiness and vulnerability alike, is poised to become a queen not just of tradition, but of the human heart. She is both the inheritor of Elizabeth's fortitude and Diana's compassion, and the author of her own narrative of challenge and healing. For William, the journey from schoolboy to future king finds further depth, father, husband, and reformer, seeking to redeem the wounds of the past and shape a legacy worthy of those who look to him. So as the Wales family stands on the threshold between cottages, on the brink of history and home, Britain watches. Will new legends be written within the fort's walls? Will this be the place where tradition and modernity, inheritance and love, finally find their long-sought harmony? Let us know your dreams for the Wales family. Should the next royal chapter be one of bold reinvention, or the gentle weaving of old and new? What, for you, defines a home worthy of a future king and queen? Share, reflect, and join our community as we chronicle every step, every emotion, and every revelation in this extraordinary royal journey. Subscribe, comment, and stay tuned, for as history's doors swing open once again at Fort Belvedere, you won't want to miss a moment of the monarchy's grandest next act.